This
Damn, I thought they said that indigenous folks were backward savages, right? We have to kill the Indian and save the man, is what they said. This looks like a burgeoning community. I see crops, I see houses, I see landscape. Okay, all right. This doesn't look like some people, in loincloth running through the woods, living in teepees.
this illustrates, tobacco in the center top part of this image is a little field of tobacco. But then you go over, you see corn to the right, right on the right corner. You see fields of corn, and then down from that, you see a garden with the three sisters. You see squash, you see beans. With the three sisters are corn, beans, and squash, and you see it growing in the garden, and you see the native communities there. So I always point to this illustration because people say, well, where Native Americans weren't very civilized or they didn't have any, real culture. No, they were very cultured, and they had a great civilization. They had religion. They took care of their children and their families. They loved their families and had extended families. And in these long houses, their extended families lived. You would have generations living in the same house, the children, the parents, the grandparents, and if they were still alive, the great grandparents all lived in the same house and in community clusters. Everyone within the village is related by blood. They're all cousins. And we still see remnants of that in communities throughout Eastern North Carolina today. And we also still see, if you grew up in Eastern North Carolina like I did, the family still grow the three sisters. They still grow corn, beans, squash. They grow white potatoes. All of these crops, tobacco, which made North Carolina great. But these things did not exist in Europe before they arrived in North America and made.
Come on, I want to take a quick detour to take a peek at some more images of these indigenous longhouses. The Asian natives who came from the Siberian Strait brought with them their Siberian teepees, but these Niji on the East Coast, they built longhouses. Look, this one right here even shows you a little bit of the interior, had different sections. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I was today's years old when I seen these images, y'all. Let me get a fist or some feathers in the chat if you were also today's years old when you learned about the Native American longhouses.
Hi guys, I had my genealogy consultation with Mike today. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. He has a lot of information that will probably benefit you guys. And if you ever get a chance, just you give him a chance. He's a great guy, and I believe he's trustworthy. Very very trustworthy.